Today is May 19th, and we are in Albany, New York. And my name is Steven, and I'm here with
Susie, Maria,
Brad,
Marie,
and we are also here with
Mary Kavaney.
And we wanted you to tell us your story.
Okay, so in October, a year and a half ago or so, my 5-year-old nephew had a seizure in a pool, and turned out he had medullary blastoma. It was a large tumor. They took that out. And he was in chemotherapy on and off for like 8 months at the Children's Hospital in Boston. Very good, cancer care through Dana-Farber, but it failed. So last August it came back. Very aggressively, 27 measurable tumors within 60 days reformed up his spine and his head. So he's now in a medical trial in Augusta, Georgia, where they're doing radiation on him, which is not ideal because he only turned 6 in July. It will definitely cause TBI and other things. But he's been cancer-free the last 3 MRIs. Every 60 days he gets an MRI. The prognosis is not good overall, however, for it returning. And so every day you just try to, live life the best that you can. But it's been extremely hard. My sister is a single parent who lives outside of Boston. And he's feeling really well now, but it's very difficult. So God bless you in the work you're doing because they need more research. And we hope he lives to be an adult. So his name's Patrick. So any other? Sure. Any other questions? So that should make you good about your sore rumps because you're doing good work. It's hard. It does need more research. So
what kind of, since a close family member of yours is going through all this, what kind of advice would you give to someone who's in a similar spot as you, where their close family members or loved ones are going through something?
Yeah, I guess pray, certainly, but then do your research, because I think this little boy was adopted by my sister, and his father was 17, his mother was 16. And I believe if he had stayed with his birth parents, he wouldn't have survived because he would have had, these uneducated young parents who would not have known what to do. And my sister had to advocate. She had to get, her insurance to cover outside of the network. She had to research what to do because really the best hospital in the world for child brain cancer couldn't fix this. That's sort of really what the bottom line was because nobody really is better, I don't think. The months and months we spent at the hospital, people come from all over the world to go to Boston Children's, but it didn't work. Some kinds of medullary blastoma are not treatable. Some are treatable but aggressive, and that's what he has. That would be my advice. Do your research and get as spiritual as you can and try to be a good person. That's all.
What was it like supporting your sister when she was going through this?
It's very difficult. It affects the entire family. Her health has gone bad. It's extremely stressful. I don't know how my sister gets out of bed every day because it's not over, right? Every 60 days, you have to wait and see. I'm going to write a poem called Every 60 Days. I really am. Because it's like if you can just get another 60 days, right? It's extremely hard. And it affects your health and your happiness and your spirituality and everything. It's extremely difficult. It's a game changer, especially when it's a child, This boy's birth grandfather apparently had brain cancer, so bad genes, right? But, be smart, be diligent, be your best advocate. But it's very complicated. Medicine's very complicated. It's very complicated to get into medical trials if you have to go that route. Hopefully you don't. But you have to be, your child's best advocate because their life depends on it.
So how has this experience within your family changed your perspective on life or some of the other challenges that you face?
You don't take anything for granted anymore. People use, it's like live like you're dying. I don't know if you ever saw that Garth Brooks, if you ever heard that Garth Brooks song, listen to that while you're writing. You don't take anything for granted. You don't take, if he's well enough to swim, He got a new dog. It looked like he won the lottery. He went to Disney. Gotta hate that place, but he liked it. But to Make-A-Wish Foundation. But you just try not to take anything for granted, and don't sweat the small stuff, certainly. Because, and you think, why did this happen? But you try to be a good person and hope that there'll be another 60 days, really. So